Afternoon, folks. It's February the 11th. Having a little afternoon ride to Willingham Woods. Not been here for a while. I've not been out on this for a week or more. No, for 2 weeks. Went out on the Tiger last week. Took the missus. Had a run round Derbyshire. Really nice, chilly. And ever since I bought these, boring tale. Ever since I bought these heated gloves, I've not had to use them yet. The weather's turned really mild, a bit wet at times, but when I've been out, it's been they've been warm enough just on their own without any power to them. So I've not really used them in anger yet. Obviously I've sat wearing them in the house with them on because we can't afford to have heating on. That's just a joke. But I was sat there in the house with them on, just to try them out, obviously. So yeah, Willingham Woods. We've come through Tick Hill and Bowtree. We're on our way to Gainsborough now. It's a bit of a drag this because it's 50 mile an hour and there's cameras everywhere. But it's fine while I'm on the old Bonneville. It's just a plodder anyway. Plenty out this afternoon. I'm sure there'll be a good turn out at Willingham Woods. Or I can't remember the name of the other cafe on the way. There's a cafe in a lay-by that I know is popular with bikes. Name escapes me at the moment. Rivers are up. Yeah. Yeah, we went round the went for a walk around the Derwent last weekend. Went out on the Tiger and then went for a walk around the Derwent. No problems with water storage now because all the dams I've passed recently are all pretty full. Gainsborough. Can smell the fish and chips. So we're on the A631 heading towards Market Raisin now. A bit windy out today. Maybe you can hear it over the audio, but I'll apologise for that, but can't really help it. I think that's the one gripe every vlogger has, the audio. Never quite right. But then again, saying that, Bandit Man UK, your audio is perfect between you and your wife. It's just, yeah. I don't think I'll ever achieve that. I'm not sure what your setup is. I'm imagining wireless Rode mics and things. But yeah, the audio between you two guys is really crystal. Well, it'd be good enough for me, put it that way. Been catching up on a few videos this morning. Teapot in Scotland. That's really sparking my enthusiasm because I've got a North Coast 500 trip coming up in May. Yeah, the beginning of May, and we're doing it anti-clockwise. So going up to Calendar and then having a night at Loch Ness, then up to John O'Groats, and then along the top, the northernmost part of Scotland, down the west side, and look at this thing. Easy grass. Banging. Love it. Love it. Completely covered it in grass. You don't see many of them like that. But great marketing, I suppose. Yeah, Scotland. So after we've done the north and come down the west, doing the usual. I say the usual. It's not usual for me. It's probably the first time for me on a bike. I've done it in the car, but first time on a bike. And first time with somebody on the bike. Yeah, then down towards Ullapool, taking in the Applecross Pass and Balaknabar. They look awesome. So I've been watching a lot of videos on people riding that route, and what are the points of interest, places to visit, because we're not going to scream round it. We've taken, I think we've got 9 days off already, and I might need a little bit more, because we keep saying, oh, we'll do that, we'll do that, we'll do that, we'll stop there, we'll stop there. Both of us really want to see Skye, because I've never seen Skye, never. Not that Skye, Pilot Skye. You know what I mean. You're not idiots. I'm the idiot. Yeah, so accommodation prices aren't what they were. They've all gone up a little bit. On average, you pay about 100 quid a night for a B&B or a hotel with breakfast, en suite, because nobody wants to see me naked and down a corridor for a piss. Yeah, so it's got to be en suite all the way. If the missus weren't coming, I would do some camping. In fact, the thought has crossed my mind to do it again on my own, on this, with the tent. That might be jolly. Might be a fucking nightmare and all, but yeah, unless you ever go, what do you know? Yeah, so I had a blast last year. I had a great year last year, and hoping for one as good this year. Other trips, these are camping trips. I want to do the Black Mountain Pass and in Wales, Black Mountain Pass in Wales, and the Devil's Staircase. The Devil's Staircase, I've watched a couple of videos, and if I'm honest, a bit underwhelmed by the end, but the road to get to that bit looks awesome. So I'm going for that reason. But I think every biker on an adventure bike, and you know, road bikes, sports bikes, depends who you are, what you are, like doing the mountain passes for the scenery. And a lot of motorcyclists that also vlog are really skilled with just going to get past this car. Really skilled with a DSLR, I'll say it slowly. And I've been taking digital photos with DSLR for a lot of years, but I won't say I'm any good. It's more luck than judgment. I get a good snap. Kind of know the theory, and I've got some good gear, but it's like golf. You can set up as best as you think possible, but there's a slice of luck that's needed as well. So I tend to take 2 or 3 shots of the same image in RAW, just so I can play back with it in Lightroom or Photoshop and see what we get out to get some high resolution shots. Taking photos in a studio is completely different to anything you'll ever do outside. We've got some really good shots in studios of some beautiful models, but outside is a completely different kettle of fish. Not easy, cameras are brilliant, and if you just controversial, but if you're paying £2,500 for a camera, why would you just use it in auto and let the camera do all the work? Why? There's no skill in that at all. Yes, you can frame it nicely and the camera does all the exposure and focusing and everything else, but there's no fun in that. You don't learn anything. You can't sit back and look at a photo and go, I did that. All the manual settings, I did that. No, I'm not going to knock anybody that wants to photograph that way, because if that's easier for them, fine. Hemswell Cliff. Didn't flash, and we're good. It's alright in Lincolnshire now because it's all pretty flat. Rocket 3, a couple of plastic rockets. I can only ever moving. Looked like he was slowing down for that junction. fair guess that the number of bikes you've seen coming in the opposite direction or on the way home from the coast or indeed Willingham Woods. Just 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so yeah, maybe they're on their way home. I'm just heading out, but it's nice that it's starting to get light later, like staying light later. And this is generally the route I come when I go to see and watch the racing at Cadwell Park. There are other routes, but I like this one. I hope you enjoyed the run, because I know I did. Time for a cup of tea. There's a long queue for the old tea shop. As you can see, folks, very popular. Right, let's get a cup of tea. See you in a bit.